Welcome to Venezuela Insider, the only place in Venezuela for expats, digital nomads, entrepreneurs, investors, travelers, and related internationals. For more information, venezuelainsider.com. Setting a brick and mortar business here in Venezuela. Is profitable? It isn't? Well, it depends. Usually, I don't recommend it, but if you are a great entrepreneur and you have a great business idea and you know what you're doing on your industry and such, yeah, you can quite make it. Although this is why I don't recommend the brick and mortar business approach. And the first reason is the red tape in order to start a business here in Venezuela is quite dreadful, I have to say. And it's not only about the, let's say, the starting legal framework, but it's also that you have to deal with a lot of agencies and a lot of, let's say, a lot of, government agencies. It could be local agencies, it could be the city hall agencies and the big federal government agencies as well. So you have to meet a lot of requirements in order to legally have your business license here in Venezuela. That's the first reason. The second reason is taxes. But the thing about taxes here, I mean, the tax rate overall is not as high here in Venezuela. Actually, Venezuela has a relative low tax burden. It's not a tax haven, although it's not a zero, it's not this big OECD country with 50% of tax rate. It's not one thing or another. The thing is about the hassle of you have to pay a small payments all the time for a lot of agencies and you miss one of the payments. Maybe you get a fiscalization, you get a supervision of one of the agencies. And the other thing is that they can close your business for a couple of weeks and get fined for not doing quote unquote the good red tape procedure and such. And that's what I don't like brick and mortar business here in Venezuela. The third thing about brick and mortar business is the location has to be a very specific location for your very specific business idea. So it could be, let's say, a coffee place or a shop or a grocery store or I don't know, a fitness place, a gymnasium, you name it, you name it. You know, there is business for everything, and that's a good thing. But the thing is, if you don't have the proper location on the proper market, your business idea here in Venezuela is gonna fail because you need, of course, the right kind of location in order to attract the right kind of customers for your specific business idea. That's one of the things. Now, the fourth thing is probably the best, and this is the silver lining of doing brick and mortar business, is the profit margins. Here in Venezuela, actually, people, entrepreneurs, and small business owners are accustomed, regardless of the case, regardless of the economic situation, is they are accustomed to get high profit margins per customer or per transaction. Unlike the United States or Canada or maybe in Western Europe, I don't know that much on Western Europe, is that on those places you have a very tiny profit margins and you have to make up those tiny profit margins with a lot of volume. Here in Venezuela, you don't need a lot of volume of customers. You just need you still need, let's say, a critical mass of clients per month, per week, per year, depending on the case, in order to cover your expenses, and after that is all profit. So it's a very tricky situation that if you can manage it, and many people I mean, it's tough. It's tough being an entrepreneur, but it's even tougher here in Venezuela due to the changing nature of the Venezuelan economy. However, in the last few years have been good, and we still expect the next 10 years or so to be better, although is gonna, fluctuate every now and then. And when it fluctuates, it's tough, especially as a business owner. However, if you can manage to have a great business idea and know what you're doing and be prepared for the worst, when you pull it off, and I have to say this very responsibly, is that I know a lot of small business owners that do very good for themselves, and of course they had a couple of rough years. But still, when you know what you're doing and you're in control on your operation and you provide a good product or a good service, you on the right price, you get a great profit margin and you can actually do very well for yourself. Although there is very specific situations, but when you can make it, you can make it big in Venezuela. It's a tricky situation, but a brick and mortar business in Venezuela, well, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's tricky. It's on the very least, that's what I can say. Thank you for watching Venezuela Insider. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. If you want to work with us, VenezuelaInsider.com. Thanks again and have a nice day.